Hey everyone, so today I'm going to focus on more of strength building exercises because many of you know I've had this health scare recently. I have my PICC line here. I was not able to do much of anything. It was hard for me to be vertical for a couple of weeks in the hospital. So in fact, I know that my muscles have atrophied quite a bit, meaning they've shrunk. So I want to get them sturdy and strong again. And in order for me to feel strong, I have to work them out. So today I want to share with you some sequences to really build strength in the legs. So you're going to start out with feet about 3 feet width apart. And we're just going to sink our hips down. And as you sink your hips, make sure that the knees stay behind your toes. And if you can, focus your weight more onto your heels, lifting your toes up. Okay, we're going to do tiny little pulses. Tuck your tailbone slightly under, shoulders drawn back, and make sure your spine is nice and tall. Crown of the head extending away from the tailbone. Okay, and feel your core muscles activated to support this movement. And yes, it's going to start to burn really fast. So we're going to take it easy. 3, 2, 1, and come back up. And then we're going to go down again, a few reps like that, nice and slow. Really feeling the legs. When you're down, I want you to feel your hamstrings and your quads, your thigh muscles like really be tight. And back up. There's nothing like feeling like your muscles are getting stronger. And when they're getting weak, our muscles tend to atrophy so fast because we have an autoimmune condition, which is inflammatory. It tends to be catabolic for our muscles, which means it likes to break down the muscles as opposed to anabolic, which is building of the muscles. So that's why I emphasize so much these yoga postures, because it's a way for us to be in tune and be proactive about building our muscles where we lost them. And I definitely felt like my booty has shrunk and there is like minimal muscle mass. It was to a point where it was hard for me to lie on my hospital bed because there was no mass. Like I lost some weight too, and I'm trying so hard to gain it back, and I'm almost there. So pull it down and stay down this time, and it's going to be hard. Tuck your tailbone slightly under. No pain, no gain, but not too much pain, right? So heel up, right heel up and lower. Left heel up and lower, and it's going to start to burn that little motion. So we're just going to do 5. This is 4 and 3, and making sure the navel stays towards your spine, upper body is back, shoulders drawn back, chin forward. 2 more and 1. Woo, it burns so much. And come back. Turn your toes in slightly. Walk your hands forward. Feel free to bend at your knees just to stretch the back side of your legs. And feel free to bend into opposite knee, allowing your spine to just decompress and completely be relaxed. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. And we're going to roll up, keeping your knees slightly bent. Come all the way up. So a typical pose onto the right side is going to be our warrior 1. So I want you to line up the right heel to the arch of the left foot. Okay? Making sure that the pelvis is not, shifted forward in any way. Make sure that the weight are evenly distributed between the left and the right foot. Okay? And then I want you to bend in to the right knee, like as in warrior 1, right? When we do yoga, open up the pelvis and really pull the left hip back and tuck the right hip forward to create this nice stretch but stability through the SI joint and the pelvis. We're going to bend down and back up. Nice little yoga warrior 1 squats. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. This works the stability into your hips, your core, your thighs, and everything, and even your arms and your posture, the awareness. So inhale down and exhale up. And those of you know it burns. A little bit of a burn is a good thing for anabolically building your muscles, but too much of it can be sometimes catabolic for us with autoimmune conditions, such as running too much or doing very vigorous exercises, that might be a little bit more catabolic. Just a few reps of these won't do anything. So if you feel the burn, it's a good thing. So keep it down. And from here, see if you can lift the right heel up and down. With control. Inhale and exhale. Nice and slow. 3 and 4 and 5 and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oof. Straighten the right knee. Turn your right toes in. Left foot out. Keeping this nice open pelvis. So this time, the right hip is going back. Left hip is coming forward as you bend into the left knee. So there is no going forward, there is no shifting to the side. Your spine should be perpendicularly over your pelvis, a square pelvis. So when the knees go bent, the knee does not come forward or out. It stays along the second toe of your foot, of your left foot, and it stays behind those toes to make sure the alignment is perfect. Alignment is everything, you guys. We don't want to cause any strain in any of our joints because we're already at a disadvantage, right? So keep it down nice and slow. Down, inhale, and exhale. Inhale and exhale, keeping the navel to the spine, shoulders drawn back, focusing on the breath, and making sure that you are pulling your right hip back, left hip forward, keeping a nice square pelvis towards the front of the room. 5, 6, inhale and exhale. 7 and 8, and stay down. At this time, lift the left heels and back. 1, 2, and this time, because we're static, it really takes extra effort to be aware of where your right pelvis is. And so you're really working to pull it back towards the back of the room in the efforts to square out your hips evenly towards the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn your toes in, bend your knees again, walk your hands forward. Let's stretch the back side of our legs. I'm going to swing my hips side to side to feel the stretch into my hips and my hamstrings. Shift side to side and even bend your knees side to side to really get into alternating stretches of your hamstrings. And hold here. Lift your chest forward and back, and see if you can stay as low as possible with the chin forward, trying to keep the spine nice and straight. You can press down through the palms of your hands. Really need you to keep your knees bent if you're getting too much curling action or curving action in your spine. So pull forward. This just feels really good to allow my spine to relax towards the floor, allowing the gravity just take hold and allowing my body to just melt down and relax into my mat. And breathe. And come back up. With your hands on the floor, you're going to walk them towards the right foot. Turn your right foot out. We're going to do Skandasana, or a hip stretch into the right hip. Go as low as possible. If you may not have this kind of flexibility into your hips, that's okay. If you need to stay up here, that's fine. Or even have a yoga block to lift your upper body up. Do what's comfortable for you, okay? And you're going to go wherever you can be and lift the left arm up and rotate your spine up toward the ceiling. And you're going to feel this nice stretch into your QL, quadratus lumborum, on the left side. And really pulling the heel away from the hands, you feel the stretch opening up the left side chest cavity. Really breathe into that left lung space and back down. And slowly we're going to walk our hands forward and do the exact same thing. Sink deep and ease into this hip. Lift your right arm up and extend away from the right foot. Taking a deep breath in and exhale. Taking a deep breath in and exhale. Taking a deep breath in and exhale and bring it down. Good. And I'm going to come all the way up and face the left side of my mat. And I'm going to let my back knee go down into a lunge position and back and forth. Stretching into my left hamstrings, lowering down, stretching my right hip flexors. And back. Do the best you can. If you have to support yourself with the block, that's fine. And do what's comfortable for you. Really respect your body and don't feel like everything needs to look a certain way or feel a certain way. Just give yourself a break and just go with the flow and see how it feels for your body. That's what yoga is all about, is to tune into your body and see what works for you. And over time, as you keep coming back to them, your body sort of opens up. And it'll communicate with you in ways you never imagined. So back down. I'm going to lower my right knee all the way down, but I'm going to stay on the top of my right kneecap, not right on my kneecap, because I don't want to give myself arthritis, right? I'm going to have my hands onto the left knee, making sure that the left knee stays right above the left ankle. Okay? That's for alignment, and I'm going to try to square my hips toward the front without hyper arching my back, not dumping my pelvis or my belly forward. I'm really tucking my tailbone down and in and under to really activate my core. Raise your arms up overhead and gaze up and stretch deep into this right hip. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And every time you exhale, see if you can melt into that stretch a little bit more. I'm going to place my right hand on the outside of the left knee and reach for my outer thigh of my right thigh with my left hand and twist over, keeping my pelvis square. And back. I'm going to hinge back for a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Left toes come up, squaring my hips, chest open, taking a deep breath in and exhaling into my left hamstrings. Shift forward, come onto the top of the right foot, step forward next to the left foot, grab a hold of opposite elbow, opposite hand, and just alternate bending your knees side to side, keeping this nice intense stretch going on the backs of your legs, thighs, hips, relaxing your shoulders and breathing in. And see how it feels for you. And if you're shaking, ease back so that you can breathe and not have to shake. I'm going to push back or step back, big step with my left foot into a high lunge on the right side. Okay. I'm going to come up and then go all the way down, tapping my left knee. And back all the way up, straightening my right knee and stretching into the right hamstrings. Tapping my left knee down, stretching into my left hip flexors. So opposite of what we just did. And back, responsibly moving, paying attention to your posture, your breath, and your alignment. And back. Using necessary props if you need, like yoga blocks, straps. And back all the way down. I'm going to ease my left knee all the way down into a lunge. But again, I'm going to stay on top of my left kneecap as opposed to right on my kneecap. I'm going to come up, looking, observing that my right knee is right above the right ankle. Inhaling my arms up. And if your hip flexors are really tight, this is really challenging for you. It might take your breath away. So you might have to ease back a little bit, and that's okay. You might want to just ease forward according to how your body feels. Not how I make it look or anybody else, but how it feels for you. So really pay attention. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Again, I'm not dumping my belly forward. I'm really tucking my tailbone down and under, drawing the belly button into my spine, so I'm activating, pulling my rib cages down and back. And exhale, placing my left hand on the outside of the right knee, reaching back with my right hand to the left outer thigh. I'm going to hinge back or twist back, making sure that my pelvis still stays forward, understanding that my rotation of the spine comes from my thoracic spine or my mid-back. These are important concepts for you guys to grasp so you don't hurt yourselves in yoga classes. From here, slowly easing back, toes up for a gentle hamstring stretch, really lifting your chest forward, hips back, and lighting up your hamstrings. It's really tight. This feels like a very good stretch to me. And from there, I'm going to place my right knee back, come onto the left sit bones, and bring the soles of your feet together. Right in front of your pubic bone, sitting up nice and tall, leading with the chest, and hinge forward. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And ease into your hips, taking a deep breath in, and with every exhalation going a little deeper. Tuning into your hips, your body, the way you hold tension in your muscles, and seeing if with every breath you can release them. Come up from the chest. Extend the right knee out to the side. Bring the left heel towards your pubic bone, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to twist over towards the left side, and you can choose to keep your elbows straight and lift up and stretching into this left side. I'm going to choose to bend my elbow and really get a deep stretch. I'm really pushing my left sit bone down toward the mat to keep my body perfectly aligned, and just rotating my thoracic spine up toward the ceiling to get that stretch that I want to feel in my left side of my torso. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Come back. Same exact thing. You're going to extend the left leg. Draw the right heel into your pubic bone, sitting up nice and tall. Turn towards the left. Again, same thing. You can keep the left elbow straight and reach up and just be here. You might feel a good stretch. It's already a good stretch. Great. Stay there. I'm going to choose to bend my left elbow and go a little bit deeper for me to feel this QL on this side. Quadratus lumborum. Pulling the toes up for a little bit more intense, responsible stretch into my left hamstring. Opening up my chest towards the ceiling, taking a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to bend my neck all the way down, roll it towards the right, roll it towards the left, back and forth. Back and forth. Come back to center. Extend your neck and see if you can extend your neck all the way back and down. Right ear to the right shoulder, feeling the stretch on this side and back. Left ear to the left shoulder, feeling the stretch on the right side and back. Inhaling your arms up overhead, interlace your hands, pull up. Coming strong in your posture, keeping your spine nice and long. Bend over to the right side, gaze up and back. Bend over to the left side and gaze up and back. Bring your arms down by your side. I do hope you enjoyed that, and I will share more yoga sequences with you guys next week. See you guys.